Oh. Are we on?
Oh yeah, we're on.
Wait, we've been on?
All right. Well, he does. Our fact checker. We asked him something before we even started, and he has it. So
He
that's
has it?
good. Welcome to On Tap with the Southside Collection. My name is Carlos Diaz, and with me, as always, Garrett Horvath. Garrett, how was your Halloween, man?
Halloween was good.
What'd you dress up as?
I was Batman in a onesie.
There we go.
Yeah. You never realize how many Batman jokes people really have stashed away.
Really?
Yeah, until you wear a Batman onesie, and you're not that committed to it either. So people just keep making the jokes, and you're like, right? That's hilarious.
I can't even think of one right now, and I'm usually a prankster.
I was a. You're a scallywag.
Just a little bit.
No, but I'm back. My face is back.
His face is back.
Texans won a game.
Who'd they play?
The Detroit Lions.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course we beat the Lions.
The team, they're pretty much like the NFC Houston Texans. They'll beat everyone but good opponents. And then, like, we always happen to beat them.
Yeah.
But it's like, have we played a Thanksgiving game? Because I feel like it was against the Lions. But I don't know. Growing up, my dad's a Lions fan. He's from Detroit.
Yeah.
And so I've 100% understood how, like, terrifying it is to be a Lions or Tigers fan or a Pistons fan. He had, like, his claim to fame early 2000s, mid-2000s when the Pistons and the Tigers were killing it. But now it's just back
punching
to
people in the
mediocrity.
face in the crowd.
True. That was a great game.
But Andre Johnson also retired.
Andre Johnson did retire.
God damn, that's 2 weeks in a row we have to cover two
Right.
fallen Texans.
We've lost Andre Johnson and Arian Foster. Matt Schaub, I think, just secretly backed out of the league. Didn't really announce it. He was going to, and his wife's like, honey, they don't care.
No one cares. You can't run much. Don't try to run from the truth.
he's typing his retirement letter to the Players Tribune, and they email him before he's finished. We know.
Yeah. Who did the Texans play this week? Do you know?
They are on a bye week.
Oh,
They're
there we go.
Playing themselves in very DJ Khaled fashion.
You know, I hope that in this bye week, someone has a stern talk or two with Brock Osweiler. There's a lack of confidence, apparently.
There's a very big lack of confidence. Yeah, it's widespread. It's been to the internets now.
His coaches are saying he still kind of plays like a rookie, like he kind of has a rookie
His
mindset.
own coach. I didn't see that. His own coaches are saying that. It's rough, man.
But
yeah, like
that's our money, man.
It's where most of our money is at, and Lamar Miller's got a lot of it too. But he's like actually coming through. So.
Yeah, he had a couple games where he had to get used to the shotgun offense, but I feel like he's kind of adjusted it well now, and I feel like Bill O'Brien is adjusting well now too to the pressure.
But like you saw the bits of that when he was in Miami. Like he's a good out of the backfield catcher, receiving running back as well. So fuck it. Hopefully we don't find a way to lose this bye week.
But if we do, we jinx them.
Yeah, true. Lamar Miller's been playing all right. Let me take it back. I don't want to give him the Southside curse. And I don't know. Hopefully we come back from this bye week and go strong because what are we, 3 losses now?
I think so.
I keep talking about it, but if we're going to be 11-5, we got to win some more games and stop losing to fucking good opponents.
True that. Also in sports, we had the World Series. We came here yesterday. What's that?
Yeah.
What's that? Come on.
Yeah, that was a game that you literally could watch on Twitter or Facebook where the peak of love for baseball in America
never gets
happened.
higher.
And then at the same time, baseball was still going on, so they went to extra innings. They had a rain delay. I saw someone say something where like, I'm not picking sides, but maybe if this game was in Chicago, there wouldn't be a rain delay. Talk to fucking Manfred about it then, because
Manfred?
the All-Star game
name.
decides where you're gonna play Game 7. So maybe
I think
talk to your All-Stars.
He could have got a lot of people over if he just like opened with that, and like whenever he was made commissioner, like the All-Star game doesn't matter. Like,
it's just for entertainment value.
Yeah, but literally to make money.
I mean, the home run derby lost a lot of traction, and then it's come right back up. Like, the last 2 years.
I feel like everyone loves watching home runs being hit. That's like what people that don't like baseball like about baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
How does he hit every
there's a
home
reason,
run?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a reason there's a
care.
home run derby and not a pitching duel for before the All-Star game.
Like, who throws fastest? Every year is just Aroldis Chapman just coming in. Like,
I think my favorite is the celebrity softball game, though. That's my favorite part of All-Star Weekend. That's more entertaining than the All-Star Game.
I feel like once they started giving certain celebrities microphones to talk in the middle of the game, I was like, you're kind of ruining it now.
That's all sports, though. Like you get some good clips from like J.J. Watt telling Ray Rice that he's the size of a burrito.
Oh no, but I'm talking about like the celebrity game.
No, I got you. But
I don't care what the current Olympic like gold medalist in gymnastics is saying during a softball game. I just want to see her swing and miss or swing and hit. Goddamn.
That's true. I just want to see the old legend that you're hoping to see from that city play and hit a home run because Bo Jackson did
on like a little league sized field. Don't they like?
Yeah, dude. If you don't hit a home run as like an ex-athlete, you're pretty fucked. I remember Snoop Dogg looked like an ass whenever he was out there. That was pretty fucking funny.
Well, Snoop Dogg can hoop though.
Can he?
Yeah.
His son can play football really well.
And quit football teams.
There's almost an equal need for talent to do both. His dad grew up in the NWA era, and so he had to quit football teams.
But I think we strayed away from the Cubs game.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
The Cubs game was a great series. They were down 3-1, right?
3-1. There's many jokes to be made there. Oh man, LeBron was in attendance, but I'm gonna stray away from the game again because I mentioned LeBron. It's funny how many people are like, "Oh, look at Cleveland now; they don't want to make jokes about 3-1." That doesn't erase the fact that the Warriors still blew a 3-1 lead against the Cavs. But so Chicago.
One more note on that one.
Go ahead.
Like you can say Draymond Green was out of game. That's one game.
One game. And
they were still up 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's not get into it.
108 years without winning a World Series or getting to a World Series. Am I right?
I think it was 108 years since they've won a World Series. Like around 70 plus since they've been there.
Wow.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Theo Epstein, man, he's the legend killer. I guess the curse ender, curse breaker.
Yeah,
because he did it for Boston. I saw the number. It's 194 years total that he has ended curses, like the Boston curse and the curse of the GOAT.
He's gonna start putting out infomercials and stuff. Like, you want your curse lifted?
That's gonna be later on in life. I see him as a high candidate for like commissioner of baseball.
Oh yeah,
because the one dude that's in there now, Manfred, he doesn't look like he's watched baseball before.
I heard about it.
Yeah, my dad loved baseball. He's on the Joe Buck path.
That's how
success.
George W. Bush got into baseball. Junior.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that's why you.
My dad said I could be the manager.
here's the money up front. But yeah, fucking, you made me lose my train of thought on
the Cubs game.
I guess yeah.
The Cubs. Well, I mean, so they were
Zobrist 2 World Series titles in a row
with the Royals, with the Cubs, and then you had a terrible. What'd you call it? You went in on Joe Buck. You did not.
Joe
like
Buck
Joe
is awful, man. He has nothing of value to say, but all the confidence of a man with like something of value to say. That's what I was. That's where I lost my train of thought. Was Joe Buck, and people might be lucky because Joe Buck, man, I've got a lot of things to say about him. I fucking hate that guy.
Like John Smoltz would say something smart, and then Joe Buck would go and now what Fox wants me to say.
Yeah, Joe Buck has this incessant need to be right, regardless if it pertains to the game anymore. Or like he's like, remember back in the 5th inning, Bob? And then like later in the 9th inning, he's like, I told you back in the 5th inning. Like I told you last night, Aroldis Chapman pitching for so long was gonna be a bad idea.
And he won. Awful. All right, did he get the win? I don't think he got the win.
No. Whoever was pitching whenever they... No, you know what? He did because he was pitching when they took the lead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's how that works. Unless he... Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. The Cubs won the World Series. They're probably going to go back to it next year. They're good again.
Probably. They're a young-ass team.
Yeah. Rizzo, they interviewed him in the locker room. They're like, you've been here for a while. And I was like looking at my calendar like... How long is a while, though? Like, he was there. He's been there pretty much since they started building to be good again. Yeah. Like, they went and got John Lester.
Jason Hayward, 8 years.
8 years. Man, they could not have enough negative shit to say about Jason Hayward. And then until
after the game, when they were like...
So we heard you actually did something good, Jason. Yeah. Let's talk to you about it.
Jason Hayward got the team together during the rain delay, and they're like, we're the Cubs, motherfucker.
We are the Cubs. Yeah. Well, that's easy to say, bro. You're a Cub for life now.
You're batting 0-4.
So he was on the Cardinals, right, when they went to the World Series, but did not win the World Series?
He did not win the World Series with the Cardinals.
That's where I had that fucked up because they're like, you're a world champion now. I was like, I swear he won one with the Cardinals, but Fuck it. Someone said Jason Hayward hasn't been good since his first game in the MLB. When
That's
he
fucked up.
Yeah, he killed it that year too.
His first year was pretty good.
He was like the Francoeur, but like
yeah, he was the right fielder.
Yeah,
for the
came out heavy, and then
his first day was a home run.
Yeah, pretty sure. So fuck it.
Astros 2017 champions.
That's what they're saying. I mean, they're a Houston team, man, and like I fucking love our city and I love our teams to death. But that's what makes me so hard to like believe in them is how much I love them, because they were supposed to be great this year. Like
that's fair.
We didn't even make the
playoffs.
Yeah, we added people to go to the playoffs.
We didn't. I feel like we didn't add the right people. I feel like better moves were made. Like we like a lot of offers were coming our way, or a lot of players were coming our way.
Yeah.
And then like nothing happened.
Well, I know Andrew Miller, the guy for the Indians, he like played us. He never planned on coming here, but he was like talking up the deal. That way the Yankees could just, pull out their fucking checkbook. Like, all right, how much did they say you're worth? All right, here's another $1 million. But I think we can make a few moves on people who I don't know yet. I keep trying to find the holes in our team, and it's just like I thought we had all the pieces there except for maybe a couple starting pitchers.
Yeah.
And we went and made the move for Giles. I was like, perfect, we got a closer now. Yeah. And then he was like, I got something to show you guys. Here's a bunch of bombs. So we definitely
closer syndrome. I feel like we haven't had a good closer since Litch.
No. I thought we signed somebody. Oh, the dude, the crazy ass dude from Detroit. Oh man, I'm not gonna remember his last name.
That could literally be anybody if you're from Detroit.
Oh man, but he really blew it too. So fuck him.
What brewery do we have today?
Eureka Heights.
Oh man,
brought all 5 of their beers in crowler fashion.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
it's Stout Day, right?
It is International Stout Day.
That's all over the world.
That's
in case you're wondering.
Not just the States.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably most popular in the States, but we're killing it outside too.
Smooth latte. It has a little
Muy Caliente.
Muy Caliente.
Yeah, it's that cayenne pepper, boy.
That makes more sense now because
we'll talk more about it with someone who knows a lot more about it. So we had a guest lined up for our artist. Just want to say shouts out to Second Sunday 7. That's a fucking fire ass tape. Can't wait to talk to you about it at some point. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, he's a little under the weather. Whether or not we can get him in yet is yet to be seen, but we'll see. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to On Tap with Southside Collection. Carlos and I are sitting here with Brent from Eureka Heights. Woo! Brent, how long you guys been doing this damn thing?
We are almost 3 months old, so no need to get us a birthday cake. But we're figuring things out. We're doing our way, but yeah, it's been a cool 3 months. Hitting the city, getting out here, meeting folks like yourselves, and it's been badass.
Yeah, I got you. You're located pretty much right in the city, or right in the center of the Heights. I keep wanting to say Heart.
Yeah. The heart of the Heights.
Get it out of your system. Just say it.
Yeah.
Heart.
Yes. Eureka Heights is in the Heights of Houston. It's convenient how that worked out.
Right. Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah, we're over 18th and Durham, so if you guys ever drink over at Cedar Creek or Big Star Bar, we're at the Ugly Warehouse directly across the street from it. So
as you should be, man. Breweries can't be all prettied up yet. It's 3 months.
The bruises and Band-Aids.
The Ugly Warehouse sounds like a good bar name.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you guys ever go to a bigger location, we're gonna be in the talks for that spot. Just leave some of y'all's swag, and we'll give you guys a shout out.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a cool spot. Like the Heights over there, just like the rest of Houston is just blowing up. So you got people all around that are thirsty, they're adventurous, they want to try new food or whatever. So it's a cool community kind of feel that's over in the Heights. So we're building there and expanding, obviously. So we've hit the city with the ground running. We're out in Sugarland. We're constantly trying to deal with the supply and demand, and we're self-distributing, which means we are shipping the kegs. So
you're driving them over there.
Exactly. I'm selling the kegs. I'm delivering. I'm cleaning the lines. So I get tired. I don't want to drive very far.
Yeah, we're already up past your bedtime type shit.
So yeah, man, it's been badass.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, so we're called Eureka Heights because that little area we're in, it used to be Eureka oil field. And so it used to be like this fault line and all this history. So, we went with
stuff.
That and ran with it. Yeah.
Look at
I got you.
Yeah.
Right?
Google had a jorts opener, right?
That's right.
Jorts. Aren't you rocking some jorts?
I got some jorts on right now.
Oh, man.
There it is. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know how we came on the Jorts train, but it's pretty fun. When we started up the partnership, it was Jolly Jorts LLC. So I think that was like just the start off from there. But Yeah, so we had a grand opening that was 2 months after the fact.
Yeah.
Because you got to build up a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a lot of fun. Everybody was wearing jorts. We had an airbrush artist come out, do like our logos of our brands.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Oh, you noticing that? You noticing that too?
Yeah.
Getting caricature like people drawn on you with the airbrush. I like it, man.
Exactly.
Old school Kima style.
Exactly.
Or going to the mall. Like last week, I told you about the bet that we had, so I was going to have my face blurred out, and I told Carlos, like, man, it's too late. I wish I would have gotten a shirt with my fucking face, like, on it. He's like, dude, it's not too late, bro. Go hit up Baybrook Mall.
Yeah.
Go get it
I went to
Baybrook
Mall the other day, and that was, like, one of the 8 stores that was open. Like, that wasn't just empty.
And also the loudest one.
Yeah. Well, if you need a guy closer, I got a guy over at Edwards Marquee. That's my airbrush guy.
That's okay. Sweet.
I get to say that out loud.
That's
now.
awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I'm an airbrush guy.
We have people giving us like little plugs here and there, but I think the airbrush guy is gonna be the best one that we ever get. But Dave, man, with the great notes every time. Like, let's all get quiet and stare at that note real quick. All right, so along with stories about the brewery, you also brought us some of the beer.
Yeah, I thought you guys might want to wet your whistle a little bit.
A little bit.
I do like wetting my whistle.
Packing over here.
And the coolest cans I think we've had so far by size and just the way they look is just, it carries a presence.
Thank you. It's got a little swagger to that can. I'll tell you that. That's a crowler. If you don't know what that is, it's a mix between a can and a growler. Hence, crowler. I know it's real crazy.
It happened like that.
32 ounces. We're able to do this because we are a brew pub. That's our license. So we can do this because we're the manufacturer of the beer, and we can sell these. So we sell these to go at the brewery over at 941 West 18th Street, Houston, Texas, 77008. And
boop, boop, boop.
And slow it down if you really need to write that.
9.
Yeah, you know, hit the website.
Yeah, keep it easy. So I've got all 5 of our brands. We have 5 beer brands year round, and these are the core 5.
Okay.
We started off doing interesting and approachable beers. They happen to be sessionable, and that's pretty helpful because it's hot as hell in Houston.
Yeah.
12 months out of the 12 months.
Exactly.
So, us being in that hot-ass warehouse that we mentioned earlier, we like to put back a few, and it just kind of
makes it easier if they're not making you sweat while you drink them.
Exactly.
And they're a little lighter than most beers, and I feel like that's really like the Hights vibe over there. You know, there's not a lot of
longevity, man.
Yeah.
Especially because, like you were saying, it's like a nice little community is growing out there, and it's like there's literally, I think, 2-3 breweries out in that area I can think of that are open pretty regularly, and then I've heard of like at least 2 more that are gonna start popping up.
Yeah, so. It's happening. It's a good time to be a beer drinker in Houston. We've waited too damn long for this to happen. You know? A city of 4 million people, you got to have choices, and it's cool that entrepreneurs like you guys are coming up and building stuff up. So it's always good for the next wave, and here we are.
Yeah, that's the nicest thing we've ever been called.
I was literally about to say that verbatim. That's the nicest thing we've ever been called on or off camera. Like, we get degenerates.
Well, I mean,
a couple of bastards.
Degenerate entrepreneurs is what I meant to say.
Shit, we almost called ourselves bar skanks. So
It was this close.
Yeah,
it was this close.
We really need some compliments now. I think that's gonna be like our on the streets type vibe.
There we go.
All right, we'll be Carlos and Garrett on the streets. We're representing bar skanks. We're here over at name your. You could have your bar advertised here.
Sound like 90s radio DJs.
Nice.
Man. What else?
Want to drink some beer?
Yeah.
While we talk.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay,
cool. Oh man, that always makes people talk and get even more interesting.
I'll take your
cup,
please.
What are we starting with here?
So right now we got Buckle Bunny. This is our cream ale, and if you guys are aware or not aware of what a Buckle Bunny is, in the rodeo world, that's the cowboy groupies. So the cowgirls that go after the cowboys, the cowboys go after cowgirls, the cowgirls that go after cowgirls, the cowboys go after cowboys. However it shakes out. It's
2016.
It's a Buckle Bunny.
Cowboys can go for cowboys. Cowgirls can go for cowgirls.
Bunnies making bunnies.
Everyone can go together.
Yeah.
And that's what bunnies do.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So this is a cream ale, real chill, 4.2%, and our brewer, his name's Casey Moats. Thank you, Casey. Hi, Casey.
Shouts out to Casey.
Yeah, his brother is actually a professional cowboy. So,
nice.
And he grew up. His brother was drinking just Coors, Yellow Bellies, and so Casey wasn't having that. He's like, I'm gonna make a craft beer that you can get down with, I can get down with, and it meets, both points of the segment. So this is what we call a patio crusher. This is something that's just real nice, light, refreshing, a workhorse of a beer that you can just slam and just chill on a patio in Houston, tailgate at a sports game, swimming pool, whatever. That's your Buckle Bunny right here.
Fill up a red cup of it. That or shotgun it from the crowler, man.
Yeah.
Have any videos been sent to y'all of that, or like have you seen anyone do that? Because that sounds like the next best thing.
I haven't, but I'll let those get directed to you.
Right, cool. So we have a bet going on for the next UFC event, which is next Saturday. And if I lose, he has to get like a big can for me to shotgun. So
I think I might have
the source.
Yeah, I might have to
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Can I at least pick it?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna get the thickest, most downright awful. Maybe just big flats from Walgreens, but I don't know. I might build my own crowler.
I love the can on that. It says it's the water that makes the beer.
Is it really?
That's what it says.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It should say we dipped a
Where's
medical glove inside
water?
of it. Yeah, it tastes terrible.
We put water in already like fucked up aluminum, and we just saw. We see what
filtered
happened.
We filtered water through a dirty condom.
It's working.
It's terrible. I actually shotgun one. My buddy.
That's probably the best way to drink it. By the way.
My buddy TJ, he grabs them and he's like, let's just drink it as fast as possible. And those are the only two we had. The rest were just wasted. Pour them out.
Just throw them at people's houses and shit like eggs. They're worth the same amount. Oh, man. Well, speaking of going to pick the beer up, you guys have your tap room open, 3 days out of the week so far?
Yep. That's what we did. We grew up. We had it started on Saturday, of course, and you add more hours as you're able to figure out, the flow.
Yeah.
That make the experience better for everybody. So right now we're Friday 4 to 8, Saturday 12 to 8, and Sunday 12 to 4. TVs with the sports games. It's family friendly, so you can bring all your children with you.
Oh yeah, I've got. People don't know it, man. I've got tons of children.
Yeah.
I got an army.
Yeah. Food trucks, games, all that stuff. So it's a pretty chill space.
What kind of game?
Oh gosh, Jenga. There's rodeo dummy roping. Going back to the theme.
That's awesome.
Tons of board games. A Betty White poster. It's pretty out there.
Just a Buddy White poster is there. It's not one of the games or anything, but you get lost in it.
Yeah, you must pay homage and respect to the Betty.
That's fucking awesome.
And it's a 20,000 square foot building. It's enormous. So it's really good for us because we can build into it, grow into it. We're not going anywhere. And it was previously a restaurant distribution center, so it had cold storage built into it.
There we go.
Nice.
Saved us some.
So the jorts really feel good in there then.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the summer cool out spot.
Just about to say, you ever get too hot brewing the beer, you just jump in there right quick.
For sure.
New life.
Yeah.
That's how it. Dude, I'll show up to work at my bar and it's just scorching hot, and I'm walking up sweating. So I'm gonna go hang out in the cooler for 10 minutes, man. Just get back to normal. Fuck Houston.
Well, I don't want to get into it, but you're also a sweater.
That's not me.
Yeah.
No, that's someone else. I hardly ever sweat.
Anyways, what other beer do we have here?
We brought out the whole lineup. Oh yeah. See, this is much more controlled than last week because when we had Running Walker here, he just kept throwing beers at Carlos, which I enjoyed to watch. He just kept throwing them at him, saying, all right, chug that. And he's halfway done with the other one. I'm like, I'm going to bring the other beer up just so he puts it in Carlos' hand.
Man, it was such a it was a war, dude. I felt like I was being teamed up again.
I mean, we didn't play a game. I had to find a way to sabotage your sobriety that evening.
There it is.
That's fair. Wait until I get you.
So next we've got this wicked awesome.
No, you're fine. Wicked awesome. We are hearing a lot of these great Boston kind of accents. This is an ESB. We call it Wicked because it's a play off of cricket.
What's an ESB?
An ESB. Let's drink it. It's a malty beer. Very flavorful. Right?
Very flavorful.
Okay. It stands for extra special bitter.
Okay.
Would you call that beer bitter?
Not at all. That's literally what I was about to ask.
It's the hardest way to describe it. When you say the name, people are thrown off, and you're like, well, hold on.
Yeah, try and win them back. Yeah. So we've also used English-style beer.
There you go.
Just for the intro.
Smooth
it out.
All right, how'd you like that English-style beer? Cool. Yeah. It was actually extra.
Exactly. You've been punked.
You just got Eureka.
Here's your free
I think I'm going to start doing that.
Do it.
Eureka.
Yeah.
It's a pair of jorts.
There we go.
Yeah.
A pair of jorts.
Yes.
Sorry.
ESB.
Back to an ESB.
I was trying to think where to go with it. I just got lost in the beer. So this is an awesome beer. Not a lot of people are making ESBs.
Yeah.
So we weren't sure how it was going to be received. One of our founders went and lived over in London for a while and fell in love with the style. So just so happens when your owners like a certain kind of beer, you're going to make that certain kind of beer. And lucky for us, it's actually very awesome. It's malty, like I said, and a lot of the tap walls and you can have IPAs for a day, but there's not a lot of beers out there that are malty. So this fills a big void, and it's really been successful for us, and we're happy with that because we didn't really know how it'd go. Like, again, we're kind of making stuff for ourselves, of course, with Houston in mind and everybody, but got to make ourselves happy first, right? And
What's the ABV on that one?
This is a 4.7.
Okay, cool.
So again,
another one you can just hang out on and not regardless of or not feel like regret after 3 or 4 of them. Like, well, there goes my night. But it is good that you were able to, like, you already got the cream ale, you got the extra special bitter, and then there's another one we're gonna get into in a second. But like, I think you'd say it's interesting, but I forget.
Approachable.
There you go. Yeah, so it's like you don't normally see it on this app. Well, like, and it's easy to start a brewery and be like, all right, well, we got the blonde ale, we got the IPA, our pale ale, and our wheat. But it's like if you can kind of throw some styles together or just do a whole different one that people aren't seeing that often, it opens that window to fucking kill it.
Yeah, exactly. So, and, you know, it's to hit all those different flavors, all those different profiles that people want or, you know, in this case, weren't really aware of.
Yeah.
And, you know, why copy? You know, you just want to go out and do your own thing, make your own footprint. So that's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah. And y'all are, like, very original in the sense of I don't see a lot of I don't want to call y'all goofy, but y'all do have fun.
Watch it.
Y'all do have
personality.
Fun.
You have personality.
Y'all do have fun. Like this beer, the warning label. I think we probably opened with Garrett reading that one real quick. But that and then y'all's job titles on y'all's website. That fucking slayed me.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's beer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a better fit for, you know, the wine industry or high spirits or something like that. But yeah, man, let's have fun. Like how you guys are doing. So
dude, we have the most fun.
Yeah.
So I'm mad envious of that headband. That headband looks fun.
If you want to find your way. Find us way to you guys,
we'll get our way to one of those, man. We'll have to stop by the brewery sometime just to pick up some swag and, of course, some beer. Maybe some crowlers for this man to chug. But
oh man,
we'll have to
stop
that out. But no, it is nice that you get to have fun while you do it, and it's funny that you mentioned the website because on the frequently asked questions, you said Sophia is your favorite Golden Girl, but then you said there's a Betty White poster.
That's right. I mean, it's mad love though. It's like
okay, the whole Golden Girls cast you like. It's just one's your fave.
You know, Sophia in the streets, Blanche in the sheets. You know, you got to figure out where you are on any given moment. You know?
That's fair. There's a Golden Girl for every mood.
That's your next shirt.
Yes, there's a Golden Girl for every mood. We need to turn the Golden Girls trill.
I can see it. It would be
that's
like
another off-brand you can do.
All the golden women, and like all their faces with like a mood over them or something, like a mood chart.
Clint, that better be you taking notes of the Golden Girl shirt.
And goddamn right.
Oh yeah, I'm on it right.
Yeah, that thumb went way up.
You are a Blanche.
You are a fucking Blanche. Now, well, then we also got the one I was going to say that is another little bit different style that people don't see very often, the Citra Pale Kolsch.
Yep. We go with Citra Pale because there is, it's fine. There's Kolsch in it, but people have an idea of what a Kolsch is.
Yeah.
Like a Carbach Love Street or something like that. It's real mellow. Ours is, we call it Citra Pale because it's basically what it equates to be is a hoppy pale ale. Sure. So it's a little bit different. So if you go in thinking it's a Kolsch, then you might be. It's great for some people, but some people don't want that little hop experience. So this is 42 IBUs, which is not in the spectrum of like IPAs and all that stuff. It's nothing outrageous, but to somebody who wants something Kolsch style, then it's just a little change. So this is mostly harmless. It's a Citra Pale. It's a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So if you guys get off on that tangent, there's some hidden stuff in our logos and things like that. So
okay. I think this is the one I had over at Beer Feast in Sugarland.
Yeah.
Most likely,
Yeah, it was really good.
Definitely. The aroma on this is just takes you home already. And we kegged this, I think it was 2 days ago, so this is really fresh.
Nice. And wow.
Yeah. It's a
We're
treat.
so special over here, man. We get the coolest shit, and not even on purpose. Just invite people and they...
into your jorts.
That's exactly, man. Fuck, next episode I'm going to have to wear jorts. Just in honor of you guys.
There we go. But if we do like an episode up there, it'll be like an all jort episode or something.
Sure.
Oh, I'm so down.
Yes.
If we take Bar Skanks on the road and we're over at Eureka Heights, man, we're going wild on the jorts.
It was crazy. So at our grand opening, we mentioned it was a jorts themed and all that stuff. And we had, we asked people to come out in jorts, and sure, people do, and then others, I didn't know we had pants available for sale that they could cut into jorts, and people were buying that stuff.
That's hilarious.
I love that.
Why didn't they just cut their own pants?
I know, right?
Right. We could have sold the scissors, but we thought pants were more expensive. Let's get a little bit more off top.
Eureka Hights scissors.
You cut it like this.
Exactly, man. I like it. That's the whole thing. Once you start cutting your jeans up, you get to be as artistic as possible.
Mm-hmm. Are you talking about bedazzling things again?
Yeah. Just one diamond on my butt. And so the party you guys had was Firkin jorts. So we've really focused on the jorts.
Yeah.
But then what was the idea
Going back to the beer part
of
the brewery? Yeah.
Exactly.
So Firkins are also like casks.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a specialty one-off kind of thing where it's available for a day or two depending on how it's treated. But the fun and the magic of that is you take some of these beers and you add extra ingredients, and so it gets experimental. People get to try them. If they like them, maybe it gets their way into development or something like that. So us being a little bit over the top, we went for 10 casks. We had 5 beers, so we had 10 casks all available.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Everybody came through the door could get, I think it was 3 cask pours, and then you could buy additional ones like that. So
Very cool.
Everyone we're drinking here tonight had different moves on it. So like that Buckle Bunny, it had grapefruit put in there that was delicious. The Wicked Awesome had English tea. The Mostly Harmless that we're having here had more Citra because more.
Why not?
Yeah.
Dry out the fuck out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yes. And they were all really, really well received. So just fun stuff to do. And, we give those to our different bars and accounts too. And it's just fun for the whole community, I guess.
Yeah. And like you said, it's got like a 1 to 2 day of or lifetime that you can really enjoy it fresh. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to do it for an event like that because it's like you already have the reason for why it's going to get bought as opposed to like sending it off and hoping a bar can sell it all in a day or two.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. Come to the brewery, get these like cool ways of doing the different, like the beers you're going to drink regularly anyway.
Yeah.
Find out what we can add to it.
Yeah, we're always trying to just do give bonus to our customers and stuff like that. So we'd been open for 2 months, and not everybody, of course, but some people would come through and checked out the flight and everything like that. So how do you bump it up?
Exactly.
Casket.
Speaking of events, do you have any coming up?
Wow, we just went through a whole bunch of the grand opening, all that stuff. We have various events going on at different accounts and stuff, so that's always available online. I know we have a pop-up dinner for Bill Murray for president coming up this weekend.
That's pretty awesome.
Because Bill Murray for president,
yeah,
right?
Why not?
Better than the other 2 choices. So
hell, by the time this airs, we will have a new president.
Yeah,
new president-elect.
New president-elect.
Wow,
I'll miss you guys.
Yeah,
yeah. Carlos is on his way out. That's why
Skynet is taking over.
We're technically filming 8 more episodes tonight. It's just this is the first one.
Well, I'm gonna settle in just to make it longer.
Right. Hang out, man. Feel free. We had to drop a guest anyway. Might as well run this one a little longer. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
More beer?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is everybody ready for another beer?
More beer.
What else have we got?
All right, so now we are going into space train territory.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Uncharted land.
So our brewer Casey, his wife Lori worked at NASA, so we got a little space out of that, and then trains because that's everywhere in our damn city. You can't stop without getting a train.
Oh yeah, Metal God.
Metal God. I've never heard that. That's cool.
Really?
Man.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I beg and plead with the Metal God.
Yeah.
Dude,
Not today.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't cross the street without really remembering everyone you loved in your life, and just in case you go out, you send them your mom a "I love you" text type shit, because those things, when they hit the streets at first, you couldn't get the Houston Chronicle without hearing about another person, or turn the news on without another person getting injured, if not killed by.
I was about to say, how often do you read the Houston Chronicle? You don't.
I used to read it for the sports
for the
page.
articles.
Yeah,
I just read it for the articles.
I swear to God, I just read it for the articles.
I like the devotionals.
Real quick though, we're gonna have to take a quick plead for money. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Brent. I'm from Eureka Heights Brewing Company. And recently, I have seen 2 people that are in desperate need of help. For the low cost of 5 cents per minute, you too can take care of these desperate souls. I'm asking to the people at home that have money to send this money to them, because they need it. Look inside of your heart and do the right thing. Make America trill once more.
Good man.
You're the best.
Hope it works.
Hey, thanks for donating money if you did. But we're back on the space train with Eureka Heights. Brent, you were saying?
Oh, yeah, Space Train. What a cool name. The fun thing about having a brewery is that you have a lot of friends at your disposal for lots of different things. So if you feed them pizza and beer, you can come up with naming parties. But the downside of that is everybody gets drunk and comes up with all these names, so you end up with 700 terrible punny names, and maybe a space train might squeak out, but who cares? It's all
Can you remember any of the other bad ones?
Oh my God, no! I blacked them out.
I never want to hear these jokes or read them again.
Yeah. But good effort, everybody. We appreciate your work. Yeah.
That's like Carlos and I sat down, drank, and we talked about this, how hard it was coming up with the name for the show, but like everyone we invited to sit down with us and come up with names, we realized that we were coming up with at least decent names. People are like, "What about Brewpok?" And I was like, "Well, you can go sit at another table now."
We're not making beers. We're making,
right.
We're making
That's a later
podcast.
venture in my life. Hip hop inspired brew names.
Yeah.
M&M, man, it's a white stout.
There we go.
Space Train. You were with me, yeah. So this is, again, we're on the sessionable tip. This is 5.5. 42, no, it's now at 58 IBUs. So it's hoppy, but it's like the West Coast style. So it's kind of like a tropical fruit kind of taste, which is refreshing. It's real crisp on the palate. It's not like a palate bomb, some of these IPAs. It's just like,
it's all you taste.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's ruining
or
your fucking...
bitter, all this kind of stuff. So this is refreshing. This is one that when you take a sip, you're ready for another sip, and that's kind of how that train goes.
Yeah, literally how I was rocking it.
Yeah.
Like,
so
whenever it goes to like defining certain beers, it's like you can only say bitter or like piney and resiny as long as you want until someone goes, "You mean just bitter as fuck, right?" I mean, I love it personally, but like I can see where you might not like it. So it's nice when you can actually start throwing like different fruit names in there, just something other than pine.
Yeah. Like, and being a young brewery, we don't have the hookups that some of these other ones do, so we have to get kind of experimental in the hop realm.
Yeah.
So we've used quite a bit of hops in here. Mosaic is one that people know. Then we get into like Azaka and El Dorado and these experimental ones out of Idaho that haven't even been named yet, and it's just because...
The Idaho 7?
Yeah, well, it's in that family. You're right.
Cool.
You're right.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's... you have to go to that and you have to be creative, and so it's been pretty cool. And doing this, we kind of get like a different taste out of our IPA that again, we're trying to be a little bit original and not just follow the mold.
Exactly.
So that's where you're getting the tropical fruit kind of flavor, a little bit of candied sugar, stuff like that. So it's a cool IPA to drink, and so the hop heads can get behind it. People who don't want those super big bombs are into it, so it's a cool ass beer.
The people that are already all right with IPAs, like, they're not my first choice, but like you can get into that because it's not just going to ruin your mouth for the rest of the day.
Real quick, what is the Idaho 7?
It's it's just like it's how you're saying they haven't even been named. So the Idaho 7 was just one of those hops that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like 7 legendary hops.
No
name.
Yeah. I mean, there's the traditional like German hops and all that are like well known for like the pilsners and shit.
Yeah.
But it was while you were talking about the hops, I was thinking about how cool it is to me, like as far as wine, like you can taste differences in styles of red wines and whatever where the grape was grown, and that's almost where you get with hops. Yeah. Because it's like people talk about New Zealand hops and how good those are, or like certain parts of the United States where you get the hops, and it's just literally about what they're exposed to, and you get some dank ass shit sometimes.
For sure, absolutely. And you know what? I missed a very, very big key point at the beginning. I think we're just having so much fun. Our brewer, Casey Motes, he actually brewed at St. Arnold for 4 years.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's why we have the baby face of a brewery, but we actually have some skills behind the boards.
Yeah, so you get the foot in the door. It's like, oh, it's a new brewery, and then you actually get to stay in the door because it's good beer.
Yes,
we're green. We're green, but we're not green.
Many times, yeah. So he developed Art Car IPA out of St. Arnold.
Shit.
So
okay.
That's why I'm saying, like, he can make all these kind of beers of all kinds of different varieties and styles. And Art Car IPA is very well revered, within the beer world scene. So that's why I really, really like Space Train, just like everything else. But, the guy really knows how to make beer, so... Casey, we love you!
I think it's pretty cool that, like, Carlos and I have talked about this with certain artists where you're like, it's kind of cool to see that they're growing and you get to see the younger people that grew up listening to it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, that's kind of how I see St. Arnold, where you're like, they had one guy jump over to Brash and then Casey going over to
Eureka Heights.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I don't know why I
Southern
forgot
Star,
y'all's name.
Southern Star is another example.
Yeah. And so it's like you get to see all these other breweries get like their chance because somebody that learned under the right tutelage, and get to use that word.
Yeah.
And, but it's like they literally learned the right way to do it. And so they get to go and do it again somewhere else and give someone else a name.
Absolutely. And, St. Arnold's phenomenal because all these years they've been well revered for being one of the oldest craft breweries, title, respect. And the fact is, they make great beer all across all platforms, and they're consistent as hell. Yeah. If you drink a lawnmower from now and then like 3 or 4 years later, you drink a lawnmower, it's going to be the same taste. And that's really tough in brew world, I've come to learn. And so the respect and honor is unduly there. So
yeah.
Word up.
Kind of leads me to, and we'll get into another beer here in a second, but we had asked you off the camera, but I wanted to get your take on Carbox sold to Anheuser-Busch today. They're in a partnership. If you didn't know about that, you literally just forgot to sign.
Don't say in a partnership. That's what Anheuser-Busch says.
Yeah.
They were bought by Anheuser-Busch.
Well, see, the way I put it was like in the way they announced on their Facebook.
Yeah,
was like
a partnership.
Yeah. We're a partner with Anheuser-Busch as part of their, I forget what it's called, but it's like it makes
like
it sound.
Division.
Yeah, it makes it sound like you go, look, I know I am selling myself into slavery, but I'm going to be in the house.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean.
I didn't mean it to sound like that, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're still it's still what it is.
Selling out.
Yeah, but, I mean, there are two sides of the coin of it, and I've definitely taken a very one side. I took the Fox News end of it, and you seem like you had a little bit more of an MSNBC, more calm way of talking about it.
America Online,
Yeah,
I think I like to go with.
Well, what's your
America
take on
Online.
this?
Yeah, I mean, it's to each their own, and I kind of saw the writing on the wall a long time ago. The business model was made to be in a selling position.
Yeah.
Do I agree with that? Doesn't matter. It's not my ship.
Yeah.
If that's your MO, then that's cool. I mean, they did a lot of good stuff. They worked their asses off.
Yeah.
A lot of good people were there.
Yeah.
All that sort of thing. So if that's your business model and you achieve your goals, word up. Now, in the craft beer world, it gets tricky because it's just like, your favorite band. Your favorite band sells out, goes major. That used to be the biggest deal. But everybody's more accepting about that nowadays. They're like, oh, I understand you got to pay the bills.
I was going to say, a lot of people heard Cushion OJ by Wiz Khalifa, and then he made it I Roll Up, and they're like, I'm done. I'm out.
I don't know anything you just said. But
That's right. Cushion Orange Juice was a really cool-ass mixtape that came out while a lot of us were in high school, and then he also dropped his first major album, and it was just like the worst thing you could have put into a
Well, that's
album.
content. That's not like where you are or whatever.
I got
but, yeah. So yeah, it used to be you couldn't sell out, but now people understand you can make a living. Now actors are doing like schmaltzy endorsements and nobody cares.
Yeah.
But craft beer is a different nature. Like it's so local, you're so connected, and you're going against the man, right? AB InBev, this giant, this foreign giant. So yeah, I totally get the other side of the coin of why you would be outraged. And I'm outraged too because as an industry person, this is another person that's my competitor that's gone over to the dark side and has all the tools there. So who knows what's going to be going on in the scenes with pricing or relationships or whatever that's going to cut me out.
Yeah.
So that's the tough part of the business, but it's inevitable. And
that's one of the biggest worries too, is them like edging out like the smaller guy.
Yeah.
Like just off of the principle of that they're with Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, seeing conversations being had like throughout Reddit and on Facebook about it. A lot of people that
do people on the internet have opinions?
Just a couple. Like, I was actually meant to mention that when you said
none of them are mostly racist either.
Yeah.
Are they quick to anger?
Yeah, most of them are very open and
level-headed.
and welcoming to other ideas.
Yeah.
You don't have to look like them just to get along. It's crazy, man. People on the internet are open as fuck.
Yeah.
No, but it's like the argument or the conversation that's being had is, well, craft beer is a trend anyway, and like it was just gonna like phase itself out in the first place. But I think the argument being made there is what can happen if more people do sell out, because then it's like, yeah, it is going to phase itself out because someone could buy the brewery and then say AB InBev grabs 5 to 10 more breweries in one city.
Yeah.
Then it's like they're just going to force their hand into like their hands coming through, and it's like you don't have the breweries there anymore anyway. But if you let everybody compete, like Richard and I talked about this off camera, our fact checker, like that's capitalism working correctly. If you let everyone compete and you look at it and you go, oh shit, I love what St. Arnold's is doing.
Did Richard tell you that before or after your 10-minute rant?
After.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
No.
I wonder why.
But he was like, we could do what St. Arnold's doing, not to say better or squeeze them out of the market, but we can do it and people will like our beer too.
Yeah.
So it's like that's what I like about craft beer, and that's where I see the most that's where most of my anger comes from with that idea of selling out.
We almost had an episode where you didn't go,
No, man. You got to.
Yeah.
And in the craft world, it's just like how we were kind of saying about indie music earlier. It's just like we're all in this to be creative, DIY, go against the man in some respects. And so when you do cross over, that's where all that resentment or belittlement comes from. So it's tricky. I just really hope they take care of the Carbach people. They're all a bunch of solid-ass people. And they're here in Houston. It's a Houston institution. Yeah. So I hope that everything runs smoothly on that side. So that's my prime.
Yeah. I mean, we had Alfie. If you've ever met Alfie.
Great dude.
We had Alfie on the show. Alfie's one of the coolest fucking people I've ever met. Yeah, mm-hmm. So glad you watched us, man. That's cool. Some people don't even know what they're getting into when they show up. I'm like, yeah, by the way, this, that, and the other. And they're like, huh?
Yeah. But let's get into some beer, man.
Oh, yeah, we were going to get into the next beer. I was going to cry a little bit more about craft beer. But yeah, what else do we got, man?
So now we're on Muy Caliente.
Ooh.
Now, being that it's International Stout Day, I would just be super pissed if I didn't bring you guys an amazing stout. Luckily, we have one in our repertoire. This is Muy Caliente. It's a spiced milk stout. And the spices on this are cinnamon and cayenne.
Okay.
This is a great beer. This is a beer that everybody talks about because it's so interesting. Usually when I'm approaching people and letting them try, I don't give them a lot of heads up on what it is because it's so fun for me to watch their reaction.
Yeah.
Usually they smell and they're like, oh, okay, got something working here, and they try it. And then the phases happen, which is the cinnamon's on the front. So you get that, and about 4 seconds later, this delayed little pop of cayenne in the back of the throat happens.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, what's that? Yeah.
Wait a second.
Hello. All right.
Lick their lips at you, and you're like, okay, hold on. I'm here to sell it.
Other side of the table.
It's one of those
show me your hands.
Shoot the messenger deals.
Show me your hands.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just a real balanced kind of beer. It's a milk stout, so it's got some sweetness in there with all that going on. It's 6%. It's the highest ABV of our beers, which is nothing when you look at craft beer as a whole. And it just drinks well. It's like a medium-bodied stout. It's not like motor oil thick, and it's definitely not light, which is really important to me. So salud, man.
I think that's, you said you do the flights at the brewery.
Yeah.
I think that's like the one that really makes that flight like just a badass flight, because you get all the other stuff we've talked about, the Space Train, the Buckle Bunny.
Yeah.
Then you wait for that one last. You're like, I see so much about it. Like, I'm gonna wait, and then you get to it, and you're like, that rounded it out fucking perfect.
Hell yeah.
So.
Thank you. Do you mind if I get more comfortable?
Please do.
It's just warming me up a little bit.
Is that right?
Cayenne.
Is this a Eureka Hights airbrush shirt here?
If you're listening and not watching, he's slowly unbuttoning his shirt.
And if you are listening, he's getting comfortable.
Feels much better.
Oh, and if you're just listening, he's now taking off his pants. Oh my God,
jorts.
His jorts.
He has grabbed Carlos and I both by the thigh, and he won't let go.
He will not let go.
Guys, it's the Muy Caliente.
Pineapples.
This is aggressive. Is that your safe word?
That's It's the, what is that, Kevin Hart from his one stand-up? Just pineapples is the
Kevin Hart's one stand-up.
Yeah, my bad.
Jesus. So Muy Caliente goes really well if you're out in restaurants or just want to do some cool stuff at home with ice cream or pairing it up with like brownies or something like that. It's because we get that spice and that sweetness that goes with it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how our brewer came up with it. Casey Motes.
One more time for Casey.
Lori. He had the milk stout recipe.
Address.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kids attend. So and so elementary.
Such and such.
Yeah.
At such and such. She had. It's basically Mexican milk chocolate. So, she had the brownies made up like that, and so he had the milk stout ready to go. He's like, "Wait a tick, let me go back in the lab and check this out a little bit." So
that's what I wanted to ask, is where like the cayenne pepper comes from, because I've seen a few different breweries do it. Like we talked to Fetching Lab, and they have something similar with the cayenne pepper, and I've always wondered like if that's like it feels like it's got to be a large jump where you're like, all right, we're gonna do the pepper. Hopefully people love it. Hopefully they don't shit on us on Untapped.
Right. So here's the big thing, right? With spice, everything is subjective. I've heard so many times when people hear it's a spice, they're automatically concerned it's some kind of a chili pepper or a serrano or something like that. And usually those are just burners, right? Like you can't have another beer or anything else afterwards because you're done. This one is more reserved in that. Like I said, it's just kind of like an appearance of the back of the throat, and it kind of gets more pronounced at other sips. But I have been prepared. I've tasted this all over the city with tons of people, and I get it. Not everybody likes spices, you know, and heat, you know, and like what your Tabasco and your, sriracha is or whatever. And I'm happy to say,
sriracha.
I'm
Team Sriracha.
You're the sriracha?
Sorry, yeah.
I'm Tabasco.
Nobody said it's too hot, and it's just like to my amazement and happiness that because I was just ready for it, but nobody's really on that. So
awesome,
respect.
Yeah, you definitely like. Where I work, you see people get very interested.
Where do you work, by the way?
Oh man, this will be it. This is the time.
Please tell me. Never said it.
I work for the Flying Saucer. I'm a bartender at the Flying Saucer.
Badass, great spot.
Not gonna tell you which location. But yeah. So
he looks so shy right now.
I didn't want people to know.
We've literally avoided this topic.
I've actively.
It's okay. It's okay.
My job literally says.
I'm so fucking fired.
Before I got my job. It literally says in the thing that I'm not allowed to say it. Like I'm not allowed to say. I can only tell you where I don't work. I don't work at Walgreens.
Oh, I'm exhausted. So many options.
Definitely don't work at Walgreens.
Carlos works at Aldi.
So it's Walgreens. Okay, got
it. Definitely don't work at Walgreens.
And over at not Walgreens, we're definitely not having 2-for-1 Halloween candy specials.
Big Flats must go.
No. Burn Big Flats. Where do they make that? Fact checker, please look that up. You have been useless otherwise.
It just has no city, just like the Long Island dump.
Big Flats has been dead for 30 years.
Send a Patriot bomb there, whatever it is.
Oh God. So like I was saying, over at my job, people get excited with those chits. And like they read, they're like, oh wow, this has this, that, and the other. I'm a little like scared about it, and I'm like, well, make it like if you are gonna have it like as your dessert beer. Like make it the last beer. That way, if the spice is too much for you, like you can at least go out on that. Like you don't you aren't like drinking the rest of your beers like that still got the spice in it. Mm-hmm. But like everyone has loved it. I threw it on this one guy's stout. He told me to give him a rando, and he had a bunch of stouts, and I put it on the flight as the last one. He's like, "This was my fucking favorite one." I was like, "See, they do something different, and it catches your attention."
For sure.
So.
Yeah, and those different festivals we've been at, people try it, and then like midway through the end of the festival, people come up like, "This is the one I was told to try. I was told I have to go get this next." So that's a pretty cool title.
Yeah.
Down with it.
Over at the beer feast, I pretty much went into y'all blind. I read them all, and I was like, that one sounds delicious.
You didn't drink that much, bro. You weren't drunkenly blind.
Oh, I drank ate much. So I had to go to a bottle party for a wedding afterwards, too. So, like, where there was just nothing but more free alcohol.
You poor thing.
This fucking guy.
And he doesn't drive.
Oh, man.
Good for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Man. That's why he keeps refusing to get his license. He's like, I'd rather just turn up irresponsibly.
Turn up.
Did mention you were in New Orleans this weekend.
I was in New Orleans this weekend.
Man. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the brewery y'all went to, Bayou Teche. Bayou Teche is badass.
Yeah.
Like, you have a bomber. Have you ever been to their brewery?
No, I haven't.
We were going to play a game for this bomber, but our other guest didn't show up.
And you've been such a good guest.
So paper, rock, scissors, I win?
You and Casey can paper, rock, scissors for that could be our fourth act right here. Best 2 out of 3, or we'll do it World Series style. You got to win 4.
We'll FaceTime them.
I like it. All right, we're going on 3, and he just waits for you. Oh, sorry, I lagged out.
Yeah.
I think Dave wanted it too. I think you can rock, paper, scissors, Dave.
Dave.
We just got to turn off some of these lights so he doesn't blind you with orange, and I think we'll be good.
Oh, man. You're getting him like Derek Lewis got him?
Oh, yeah, Derek Lewis did get you. I'm going to stop.
Now, you did mention the job titles on the website. The whole website, honestly, y'all just did a whole great job of making that like another like nice place to be at. So you're there for some info, but you like catch jokes along the way.
Yeah.
So
even in y'all's beer descriptions.
Of Buzz.
That's right.
And then where did y'all come up with these? Like you're just sitting around one day and got to name.
Yeah.
I've learned you don't get to make your own nickname. Is that what y'all did or someone else?
No, this one, it was like, what would you like your title to be? So went through it all. And
someone's the fun police.
Yeah, fun police, all that stuff. But yeah, I just figured Ambassador of Buzz being sales, and sometimes Buzz comes in there.
Fact checker just gave that to me right here.
Facebook rating Eureka Heights 4.9 out of 5.
Damn.
What do y'all think?
Call in, callers, 1-800, pledge money.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be your Facebook page and a fake number.
Just another example. We just like to have fun, man. It's just chill. There's little Easter eggs all over the place, and I don't know. It's our culture.
Why take it too seriously?
Real. Yeah, it's real. So when it's authentic and you're just that's how you are, then why hide it and just kind of embrace it?
Are there any other brews in the works?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Anything you can tell us about?
Sure.
Shit,
you guys should come over and try them too.
Oh,
Let
man.
us know what you think.
Do.
Yeah.
That we can do.
And will do. We've been twerking on some East Coast IPA.
Okay.
So like the juicier style of IPA, real cloudy. On top of that.
That's big this year, I feel like.
It is. Yeah. Because you look at the IPA world, we didn't go into like Fruitland or anything like that, but we like the East Coast style, and so it seems like it's something, again, that'd be cool for Houston and Texas climate.
Yeah.
Which is always just important to us. Like, what do we like? What could go here? So we're doing that. We're also messing with a rye IPA that's been turning out really nice.
Rye IPAs, man. There's some people that aren't with rye. I'm all the way with it. Rye whiskey, rye fucking beers. Like, dude. Yeah. Please do that. Yeah, for sure.
We'll do it for you.
Oh, man. We'll have a naming party.
Yes, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shiny Metal God will be my suggestion.
Which one?
Shiny Metal God.
Not bad, not bad.
The new space train.
Not bad. We got some barrels in, so we're going to be putting some Imperial Moo Cow in the works. Ooh. Very, very excited.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts.
Yeah. And some more, so keep it tuned in. EurekaHeights.com, Facebook us. We also have OkCupid, so if y'all want to date us.
Is that right?
Yep.
Do you have to pay for OkCupid?
You just have to earn it.
Okay.
I like that. You just earn it.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's all based on stars.
Yeah,
it's like Uber.
Swag.
Someone's going to find a way to make OkCupid, Uber, and Tinder like into one whole dating website.
No, that sounds terrible.
It's going to be an exciting car ride.
Uber. Thoughts at your door. Boom. That's what it's called.
Oh, so like the girls get okay. The girls or guys get delivered. I'm sorry.
It's either going to be called Thoughts at Your Door or Hot and Ready.
There you go.
Either
I think Hot and Ready is already taken by Little Caesars.
Whataburger has an app now.
Whataburger does have an app
now. I like
now.
that y'all are fact-checking this idea. This is great. Yeah.
You can't
it's going further.
If you're just going to throw bullshit out, at least come up with real reasons why it can't happen.
What did we say earlier? Dirtbag entrepreneurs? What was that one?
I think it was just bar skanks.
Bar skanks.
No, okay. Fact checker, we'll get back on that.
All right. We'll have less beer next time and rewatch it.
Fact checker said it was degenerates. So
Degenerate entrepreneurs, yes. There's not a lot of those out there.
Yeah, there
Degeneration ends. Yes. Then we finally get to tell people to suck it respectfully.
I'll drink to that.
Signed, respectfully.
And you already gave us the Facebook, the website.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, you can find them, or you can go visit them at the tap room. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday 4 to 8 p.m. Saturday noon to 8 p.m. Sunday noon
12
to 4. Yeah.
Man, you're on it.
Yeah. And you might even see us there.
Fact check him.
That's true.
Might even see us there.
We might be there watching a Texans game.
Superstars.
And then if they don't win, we'll never be there again. We have a horrible curse when it comes to like sports figures in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said I hoped Arian Foster had a good year in Miami and then he retired. We said JJ Watt was in full effect and then the next week his back was not
So can
ready.
you just wish the opposite? Can we
We're trying that.
Yeah. I keep saying this. Yeah, like I think I said when we played the Titans that DeMarco Murray was going to have a great game.
Yeah, and I mean I think he still scored, but we won.
Fuck it, we won. We just got to bring up like one little thing.
Yeah.
Who we playing next week?
A bye week. And
next week, yeah.
If I know anything about our schedule, it's gonna be someone from the NFC East, or it's gonna be someone from or NFC North, sorry, or
we got a hat change.
I feel different.
I feel the Jaguars.
A little bit more trill.
Yeah,
as fuck.
Trill is just turned up.
Tom Hanks said trill on Saturday Night Live, man, and that made me so happy.
He did.
We need to find a way to like splice that into many.
Loop it.
Just find ways.
As Dave, can we just throw Tom Hanks' trill in there every now and again?
We do play the Jags.
We play the Jags. Did I say the Jags?
No, we do play them, and they're in our division. By the way, get your fucking Make America Trill shit before it's gone, because once you hear this episode, there will be a new president-elect. So you might as well get this while it's here.
I hope America's going to be trill, though. We'll see what happens.
Right? No matter who wins, we can still Trillify America. But
Trill doesn't stop here, yeah.
It never stops. Trill never dies.
Doesn't stop here.
Pimp C's right here in your heart at
How
all
many
times.
catchphrases do you have in your
I
pocket?
am fucking full of them, I swear to God.
Derek Lewis taught us a whole other way to work on a
dude.
mic. Nice.
Damn.
See, there we go. Tie it all together.
What I called earlier, latte, Cali latte.
Yeah.
I was like trying to read the can. I'm like, I'm blind as fuck. I can't even. Another little known fact about me: I am blind.
We learned where he works. He's blind.
And we know where he doesn't work.
Layers.
So you don't know where to find us though. We're low key. We're gonna leave it at that.
We're low key as
Trill
fuck. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hey, 7, feel better.
Feel better, 7. Yeah, true that.